meditate on your mistakes. Might make you feel better.
I didn't want you to bring us all over the... Oh, wow, that was... Well done, Joe. You just... I thought that may lead somewhere better. The translucent silhouette of a winged female warrior grows softly. You brought us back to waking. Greetings. Who are you? Not who. What? Memories. This place was created as a cradle of memory and fantasy. The thing that belonged to the city's heroes were kept here. We used to come to this place to remember those heroes, and myself and the others are living memories. You woke us, so we are here. I used to come here when the mood took me. The exhibits here are meager, no doubt. I cannot compete with the museums in the capital, but all the same, I find this place to be calming refuge away from the bustling city. All these exhibits leave me cold. Dusty glass cases, sporific history. But I probably would have given them more of a chance had I known that I could meet the people from our circle here. Oh no, my dear Camilla, people like you and I come to these places only very rarely. This museum was my refuge away from society of such people, and it's an excellent spot for a nap. So your memories of who? Of the heroes of the heroes this city wished to immortalize. Go, touch a memory, see how they remembered us. After all, this place was created so that our names would never disappear into the mists of history. There used to be a place like this in Niflheim, landside. Quiet, calm. I used to walk among the plinths and pedestals, wondering, the people who founded the place, what was driving them. Were they thinking about future generations, how to pass down their wisdom and show them the right path? Or were they thinking of themselves, trying to keep their names and deeds alive? But then the ceiling collapsed, and the place didn't exist anymore, so my question was moot. I wish I could say we have not dishonored your memory, but Kenabres lies in ruins, and But you fiercely battle the invaders. With no thought for yourself, you have earned no censure. We are proud of you. Right, in the olden days, mortal kind lost to demons time after time, and now the descendants are continuing their losing streak. How could they not be proud of that? Why did you help me? A soft smile appears on the woman's face. I sense something in you. As if you are close to me somehow, like we stood shoulder to shoulder once in the face of evil, and then we must do so again. I sense that light dwells within you. Very recently you were threatened by a powerful demon, and dark bloodlust tried to enslave your soul, but you opposed it and held fast. Continue to follow the path of light, and other righteous souls will aid you and follow you. Farewell, vision. Farewell. That power gives you the semblance of life is running out, and soon we will once again be but memories, living only in words, pictures, and songs.
Let us press on.
Okay. Can't do that. Be prepared. Gathered allies. Okay. Just gotta go straight back to the, yeah, straight back to the Defender's Heart now. Fight.
Did we step on their toes as well?
Go for their hearts!
See if we can kill these guys when in the same turn.
Out of my sight!
Yeah, he still gets staggered. I don't know why.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel. Time to share your treasures.
We march ahead.
Keep going. Oh shit, we leveled up. Hey, bitches, level 5. Well, next level is... Well, I'm very happy. Because I get 2 attacks, motherfucker. Sensitive channel, selective channel. Whenever you channel positive energy to heal the living or channel negative energy to heal the undead, you do not affect enemies. Channel positive energy. Oh, wow. Yes, please. Give me selective channel. Actually, no, I don't do that as much. I'm actually not going to take that. Not going to take that, actually. Um... Hmm. Um... Let's take toughness. Paladin forms a divine bond with their weapon. Standard action, she can call upon the aid of Celestial Spirit for 1 minute at Paladin level. Yeah. Yeah, I don't really need a horse. I'll take Divine Weapon Bond. A 5th weapon can one enchantment bonus for every... Added to the weapon stack with existing maximum. Yeah, we'll take that. 64 health. I'm taking that. I'm gonna lock that in. Our shaman. I'll give you a weapon focus of a rapier. Because that's what the weapon she likes, and let's make sure she's doing good. And she's got some new spells.
You can trust
Make sure
me.
to immediately do your spells, because if you forget, like I do, because I'm a dumbass, you don't get to use them. So let's give her Cure Serious Wounds. Give her a use of that. Get Cold Lightning. Cold Lightning's a very good spell. Here we go. At your Paladin level. Power attack. Yeah, power attack. That's actually, and we'll give her Divine Weapon Bond as well. Yeah, we'll go with Divine Weapon Bond.
No reason to pause.
I also didn't ever give her spells, so she's had like no spells for a while when she could have had Cure Light Wounds on there. And Veil of Heaven. Is there anything else that I could do that I think would be worth it for you? Not really, no. Yeah, we'll give it Veil of Heaven. Lan, let's level you up. Definitely Monk's Archer. You, I get to pick what I want for you, so it's really dependent. I'm gonna give him Improved Initiative. I think that's a very good one for him. Get him working about, get him, you know, moving about quicker. Okay, you know what? Let's move. Divine weapon stuff there. Keep the spells separate as well.
I heed the voice of the spirits.
Okay,
Our
that's
time
fine.
has
I'm
come.
gonna put my up there as well.
Rely
Together
on
we
me.
stand.
Together, we stand.
I'm all
Lan,
ears.
you still don't have that many abilities. It's
nicely.
okay. Level up our boy, little eldritch scoundrel. Okay. Accomplish sneak attack every day of the week. Definitely give him blur so we can move him about, and give him invisibility so he can be even more broken. Perfect. He's a very easy one to level up.
I'm here. Where else would I be?
I'm actually going to take away that. Give him those two on there. Got an extra spell there. Let's give him grease. Get rid of color spray. And give him think. We'll give him shocking grasp. I think that's a better spell for him. That oracle has leveled up. I'll give you point blank shot as well. It's definitely a good thing to have. You get an extra spell. Get Ray of Sickening. That feels like a good spell for him. That's a first level, and now we get to choose a, I'm assuming a second level? Yes. They, guess Summon Monster. Summon Monster's a good spell to have.
Smile. The world's not ending just yet.
Okay. I'm happy with those level ups. Let's go. Keep going. Let's have a look around. This place looks a lot busier. You know who's who in this city. Maybe you can tell me something about Count Arendelle. I'll tell you. Why not? Everyone knows the story, you see. But you could say that I'm the one who found it, in a way. The Arendelles are a very wealthy and ancient line. They hailed from the outlying areas of Kenabres. That's where the Arendelle family seat is, along with their ancestral lands. In the past, if Mendev was ever feuding with Sarcosis, also clan there was causing trouble, the Count and Countess Arendelle were the ones who would defend the borders with their soldiers. The main residence was called Heaven's Edge. It still stands this day, north of here, on the road towards Dresden. But no one lives there now. Around 10 or so years ago, there was a grand celebration held at the estate. The mother had the guardian of the current count invited. The guardian of the current count invited the great and good to celebrate his birthday. The entire Arendelle clan was there, as well as the many other nobles, and then, without warning, the demon struck. Clearly, they couldn't ignore such a perfect opportunity to cut down so many of Mendev's great dynasties in one fell swoop. There was even a chance that the queen herself would make an appearance, for she was related to the count as well. Well, there was when no news came from the estate, a troop of inquisitors was sent to investigate. They forced open the gates and discovered a manor full of corpses. They all perished, Garan says sorrowfully. The servants, the guards, the great guests, including some of Iomede's chosen clerics and paladins. The demons had unleashed a magical plague, terrifying and strange, the likes of which hadn't been seen before or since. And all among this was young Darren Arendelle, the only survivor. The Count had a talent for divine magic since his youth, healing magic in particular. And that must be why he didn't die along with the rest. He couldn't explain how he survived the disease. I saw him that day, when they brought him into the city, pale and barely conscious of his surroundings. That's the story. Since then, Heaven's Edge has stood abandoned, sealed off to the outside world. People are still afraid to go near. Let's have a look at your wares. Damn, I still can't... Wait, can I use... I still can't use a tower shield. It's a shame. I mean, it's obvious, but, you know. It's upsetting. Right, let's get rid of some crap. Okay, we'll get rid of one of those, and we'll get rid of all the composite bows. Get rid of that. Get rid of the falcata. Get rid of the kama. Keep the masterwork. Get rid of these. Keep one of those, because I don't know if any one of our members use them. Cool. All that. Counterfeit there. Wow. Yeah, it's just me selling counterfeit jewelry. Don't read into it. And now we just slowly get rid of all this crap. Do you have any, you have no reagents here, that's okay. Heavy shield +1. I'm gonna buy it. That'll do for now. We'll keep the money. We don't really need... I don't think I need anything else. I just wanted a new shield because my AC fucking sucks. We'll level those two up in a minute. The bow he's got is actually better. Damn. Use a light crossbow. Is the heavy crossbow any better for you? Actually, yeah, it is. It's much better for him. Okay. You can use your heavy crossbow. Don't have any daggers for you, but I have a sickle. That doesn't do as much damage. And I have other weapons you can use that won't do as much damage, so we'll leave those out. Don't need you, don't need you, don't need you, don't need you. No, I'll keep you, but the rest can go. Yep. Oh yeah, I'm on my own. I was just about to say, wait, shit, where's everyone else? But no, I'm on my own, aren't I? In we go. So let's very quickly level up these two. Wizard, Scroll Savant. At some point, we're going to need to take her with us, because she's definitely going to be useful. Greater spell focus. Yeah, I haven't really used her, but I'm assuming that's something she's going to be good at. Like, she likes illusion spells. I'm going to give her haste, because haste is a spell everyone should have. Okay, so let's put... There's the rest of my lockpicks. I did wonder. We still haven't talked to Darren. We need to do that, I think, before we continue on. The Venice Hard is a splendid choice for the Crusade outpost. The very sight of these walls brings back fond memories of drinks and revels. The drinks were really good, by the way. Let me ask you a few personal questions. You can try. I heard the story about the tragedy that befell your family. Hope you don't feel obliged to offer me your insincere condolences on this unfortunate occasion. My whole family, my entire noble line, they all died. And demons to blame. It's not like I actually loved any of my relatives except my mother, but what's gone is gone. The family crypts are full of corpses, all covered in dust and the shadow of the past. What do you cherish in life, most in life? There are far too many things that I cherish to fill them all in a single conversation. Believe it or not, but I might be one of the most life-loving people you've ever known. Darian smiles. His eyes are gleaming with something different from his usual impudence and irony. There's a dreamy air about him all of a sudden. I rarely meet anyone who embraces the joys of living as enthusiastically as myself. There are so many exciting and beautiful things in this world. It should be illegal to waste your time on anything but you do not enjoy. And I am not afraid to repeat that to anyone's face, should it be Deskari or his demonic herd, or Amide, the Lightbringer herself. What do you hate the most? Feeling of helplessness, the lack of control over my own life. Darian replies without thinking, then he adds with obvious sarcasm, "Oh, and onion rings, of course. I'd murder the person who came up with those abominations." You don't seem especially keen on helping people, your knowledge of healing is truly impressive. Prompted you to be interested in that. If you really want to try out everything in life has to offer, you also have to understand how to deal with the consequences, and I'm not talking about a simple hangover, mind you. You have any good stories about your past exploits? I've got plenty, but I warn you, I have to warn you that even the most outrageous debauchery sounds far less thrilling when you're not the one doing the debauching. Still, since you asked, I suppose the worst mess I've ever got myself into is when I staged my own kidnapping. I was wanted to correspondence with the Riverlands nobles, the young Lord Lebeda, and he told me about his days as a hostage to a group of bandits. This made me wonder what it would be like, and I thought it might be fun to set up a little experiment. I engineered my own kidnapping by a certain gang through a chain of intermediaries and hired actors. Those fellows took the job very seriously. They caught me by surprise, killed my 2 bodyguards, and even tied me up. Of course, the whole thing seemed preposterous now, but it seemed like an ingenious idea at the time. The employers had told the kidnappers that they were to keep me safe and sound, and another group of mercenaries in disguise was watching the spectacle from afar and ready to interfere in case something went wrong. It turned out to be a terrible idea nonetheless. It wasn't the least bit fun or exciting. Sure, those bandits had been unable to torture or hurt me physically in any way, but they had plenty of other non-invasive methods of humiliation in their arsenal. Taking almost all of your clothes off and splashing ice-cold water over you, for example. Ugh. I don't remember if I had said anything truly offensive to provoke them. Even though I initially planned to let them go after the ransom, they overly emotional reactions made me change my mind. I told my mercenaries to hang them all on the spot. I suppose the ordeal taught me a valuable lesson, which is that I am not built for hardships and trials. Wait, you just told me that a couple of your bodyguards died during the staged kidnapping? Does that mean 2 innocent people lost their lives so you could have a bit of fun? It pays a little, but not of shame. Oh, spare me. It irks me beyond all measures when I hear about the suffering of innocence. He sighs, looks away, and continues in a flat, polite tone. Yes, the bodyguards died. Guarding nobles is a dangerous job. They were well aware of the risk. I don't really see a problem with that. Besides, they proved their incompetence. They would have stood no chance against the real kidnappers. These mind games of yours will come back to bite you sooner or later. I hope not. I enjoy myself. I enjoy life. And I enjoy to keep things going for as long as possible. That was a stupid story, and now I'll tell you the truly brilliant one. Prelate Hulrun had always strictly prohibited any public celebrations in Kenabres, and he always picked on me for my lack of respect for the fallen and whatnot. His grumbling annoyed me so much that one day I drove 4 barges into the city harbor and set up a celebration on the decks. The ships on the river didn't fall under the prelate's jurisdiction, you see, so all he could do was snarl at me from the embankment. I for one, did not forget the old boy. The main attraction of the festival involved an inquisitor of Armida dancing and roasting beautiful witches on illusory bonfires, taking off his clothes with every new victim. The spectacle was so heated in every sense of the word that the prelate almost had a stroke. Darren gives you a mischievous smile. I still consider that one of my finest ideas of all time. Should the Crusaders ever succeed in their efforts against the Worldwound, I will do my utmost to get permission to hold a grand public celebration. Rivers of wine, free of charge, an obligatory parade and carnival in the evening. A contest for the most provocative succubus costumes with a hefty prize in gold. Another contest where the participants have to fish a sausage out of a wine jar blindfolded, with their hands tied behind their backs. The wine will symbolize the blood of all the died heroes of the war, and the sausage, well, they'll find the heroic meaning of that as well. Over the years, the commemoration of the greatest victory of light over darkness will turn into an ordinary holiday, a fine excuse to get sloshed and rot like animals in the street. Do you enjoy being mean to everyone? Yes. Here I thought you were humiliating insults of people purely by accident. Darren laughed. This time his smile is surprisingly soft. I like your way with words. What did you expect me to say if I wanted to make a good impression? Something along the line of, I'm not mean, I'm just being honest with myself and everyone else. That's what people use as an excuse when they want to keep this saccharine facade while still saying whatever nasty little thoughts spring to mind. That's not what I do. I have no hidden agenda. I'm just as much of an insufferable prick as I seem to be. Some people are simply begging for a good dose of mockery. So who am I to deny them? I don't give a damn about if anyone holds a grudge against me, which is why I don't even try to avoid it. I have no more questions. I hope this conversation was at least the slightest bit amusing. I'd like to talk about life in Mendev and the Crusade. Ask, I'm all ears. What's your opinion on Mendev today in general? It doesn't exist. It's a frontier country that was attacked. Has attracted every utopian adventurer and fanatic for more than a century. It is a place where the strangers outnumber the locals, especially in the cemeteries. The population of Mendev, for most part, consists of humans and other races, not exactly known for their longevity. The current generation of Mendevians were born in the shadow of the Worldwound and raised by the Crusaders. I might be the last person to complain about the decline of traditions and lack of character in our country, but I also happen to come from one of the Mendev's most ancient lines. Its history is bred deep in my bones. My tutors told me stories about my heritage in galleries, libraries, and even the inheritors of the manors I grew up in were filled to the brim with memoirs of events long past. There are many heroes of old Mendev among my glorious ancestors, or at the very least patrons and contemporaries of such heroes. Does anyone actually remember them now? I don't think so. These days, Mendev has its own heroes, in shining armor and with holy fire in their eyes. I myself remember how several streets that once celebrated my ancestors were renamed in honor of some Crusaders who had died in heroic fashion. None of the citizens remember the old crossing festival that was eventually replaced by Armistice. These holidays even share the same date. Pretty much the only authentic thing about Mendev now is its endless war with the demons. And is there any point in bemoaning this state of affairs? What's gone is gone, but at least we are no longer some tiny godforsaken northern kingdom, and that's something, isn't it? You don't really like Crusaders, do you? Quite the opposite. When I think about how many devoted heroes are willing to protect this world against the demonic threat, I feel so inspired to continue indulging my vices while they fight to keep me safe. Imagine being someone like me, someone who has everything they can possibly desire: youth, beauty, wealth, an honest wish to live and enjoy living, but vanishingly few ways to put it all to any use. The fact that the word fun itself is not yet outlawed in Mendev must be due to the bureaucratic oversight. You can celebrate your victories solemnly. You can wet your whistle after a challenging battle. But what about real fun? Joys, pleasures. I can't remember a single evening at court without someone chastising me for my banquets, my lovers, my mistresses, my luxuriant clothes, everything. It would have been a lot easier to tolerate all those hypocrites if they took a break once in a while. Instead, there was a constant fuss about how I wasn't doing anything for the greater good, and how I only brought shame to my royal cousin. What do you think of our enemies? I mean the demons themselves or the followers. The former deserve to be cleansed with heavenly fire for their unholy origin alone, and the latter for their idiocy. I don't understand why a sane person would have smit themselves to Deskari or Kabiri. Alright, Lady Noctula almost seems like a bearable enough mistress. Yet, there's so many other cultists. They've tried to recruit me twice already, and I'm not even that old. First, a very pretty tiefling girl tried to seduce me, and then came to me with promises of Lord Baphomet's endless boons. I still wonder what exactly the old hornhead could offer me that I don't already have. You know, I've been thinking. Every shopkeeper knows this trick. An enticing offer along the lines of 1 in every 100 burns from my bakery contains a silver coin, and, of course, a hired actress to make a memorable show of finding said coin in her sweet roll. And there you have it. Hundreds of gullible fools storm the shop, hoping to win a prize for themselves. I think the infamous Aureli Voralesh was such an actress for the Lord of the Abyss, a petty Sakorian witch who became the uncrowned queen of the Worldwound, waited upon hand and foot by demon lords. Only instead of visiting a bakery, the gullible fools rushed to join the cultists. We have an army of unbelievably powerful supernatural invaders from another dimension, hell-bent on destruction and domination. And what do those fools do? They serve them unwillingly as pawns and lackeys, hoping against hope that someday their masters will notice them. You won't believe how delighted I am to be so vain and self-absorbed. These sins are protecting me against demonic temptation better than any virtue. Nothing everything else at the moment. Wonderful. What made you join my party, after all? It means that carousing away far from Kenabres with a small army of mercenaries to protect me? I'll get to that. You see, when you appeared at my door out of nowhere, I watched the bravery and heroism and started tossing demons around like ragdolls. I thought that you and your company might be more exciting than my usual crowd of sycophant hangers-on. You seemed competent and mysterious at the same time, so I decided that a little demon hunting wouldn't hurt, especially with such an intriguing entourage. That party had been growing staler with every passing second anyway. Needless to say, I'm not here for the long. I shall return to the capital or even one of my country estates as soon as we reclaim the city. Crusades, bellowing commanders, now upon row upon row of identical tents. That is not the life for me. But I will certainly remember you and your adventures together. You and our adventures together for a week, or perhaps even longer than that. I should go, because you're making me want to stab you, which admittedly happens often, so it's nothing new. And you gotta wait. Wish there was a quicker way to search. I forgot about name from A to Z. Yeah, he doesn't have what I want, which is a true shame. Because I need... Admittedly, it's not going to end this chapter, which means I probably can't do it this chapter. But I'm going to be right back. I'm going to go grab myself a drink.